Live from Television City in Hollywood. Barry Nelson. Peter Lorre. Linda Christian. Starring in tonight's production of Climax, a great new hour-long dramatic series from Hollywood. Ladies and gentlemen, your host, William Lundigan.
Good evening. This doesn't look dangerous, does it? But it's killed plenty of men and women. It's made beggars of many and millionaires of a few. Mighty few. In French gambling casinos, this is called a shoe. It holds the cards for baccarat, king of gambling games, and its purpose is to make sure that no one can pull any funny business like dealing from the bottom. The game to be played tonight is for the highest stakes of all. A man is going to wager his life. Climax presents Casino Royale from the bestseller by Ian Fleming. Stars Barry Nelson, Peter Lorre, and Linda Christian. And now, Casino Royale.
In the Adventures of McGraw.
McGraw, that's me. When the big ones are running between Key West and Cuba, Havana is where you'll find me. But you can't fish 24 hours a day. Sometimes, in an instant, the serene emptiness of the ocean can be shattered by the awareness of a single human being, especially if she's beautiful and in trouble. You can tell sometimes when a person's in trouble. You sense it somehow. And I was getting a message. Faraway places and interesting people all sound romantic. But take it from me, they all look the same at the point of a gun.
Frank Lovejoy as Mike Barnett, television's famous man against crime.
San Francisco, the makers of king-size Viceroy, the cigarette with 20,000 filters in every tip, twice as many as the other two leading filter brands for that smoother taste, present the lineup. Wire Service, starring Dane Clark. Brought to you by Camel. Camel, America's best-liked cigarette. The choice of real smokers everywhere. Have a real cigarette. Have a Camel.
Nothing travels faster than news. An electric impulse splinters distance at 186,000 miles per second. From Tokyo, from London, from Rio, from New York. An age of speed and curiosity. A discovery in Pittsburgh saves a life in Hong Kong. A dictator falls and violence flames. The news probes and the probe is truth. The news is not always made up of international incidents or national disasters. More often, it is a story of unknown people. Unknown until they are caught in that focal point of drama that makes them news. I'm Dan Miller, wire serviceman, Transglobe News.
O.S.S., one of the faceless, nameless army who fought the lonely war, the silent war, on the fighting fronts and behind enemy lines. Until now, stories untold of heroes unknown. This is a mission from the annals of the O.S.S., the Office of Strategic Services.
O.S.S.
The Jane Wyman Show, brought to you by the Quaker Oats Company.
You're dirty, no good. You're dirty, you're no good. You're dirty, no good.
When Mother was a girl and out for just a lark, she picked her favorite beau and went strolling the park. Well, we have a situation for you tonight that begins in the park, but not one to remind Mother of the good days. Here's something that will remind all of us of some of the good things in life, a word from our old family friends, the Quaker Oats Company.
Buick, on behalf of your authorized Buick dealer, presents PM, the Patrice Munsell Show, with tonight's guest stars, Tony Bennett and Howard Morris. And here is Patrice Munsell.
Dancing in the dark, till the tune, we're dancing in the dark.
Tell me something. Are you the jealous type?
I certainly am. She's my girlfriend, and that burns me up.
Direct from Hollywood, Plymouth, star of The Forward Look, and the Plymouth Dealers of America present The Betty White Show with Del Moore and Jimmy Boy. And here she is, Betty White.
I guess that's as good a way as any to tell you that tonight's show is all about the green-eyed monster. Have you ever found yourself being jealous in spite of yourself? Well, Lydia Franklin did. Didn't she, Johnny Jacobs?
Oh, she so most certainly did, Betty. Matter of fact, the night that Betty is referring to started out just like any other night.
Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Tonight, I would like to let you in on the inside of television. You know, we have a lot of problems in television. For instance, learning a half-hour script each week, that's a bit of a job, you know. But we in television have a little system. We have little devices, a little trick that enable us to learn our lines, such as some fellas paint them on a blackboard so they can talk and then look, you know, very surreptitiously. And those other fellas, like there's one fellow I know, he writes everything on his fingernails. He had a very bad job once, he did. He was so nervous before the show, he came backstage, ate up half his script.
Once again, from the heart of the Ozarks, it's Jubilee, USA, brought to you by Massey Ferguson and your Massey Ferguson dealer. Massey Ferguson, pace setter of modern farming, makers of the world's most famous combines, and the only tractors with the Ferguson system.
Eagle make home on the mountain.
of peace. Spare a neck nest in a tree. And I'm all alone and need somebody to make a little home with me.
From Hollywood, The Ray Anthony Show with Ray Anthony, Molly B., Ned Flory, the Belvederes, the Skyliners, and Ray's special guest, Connie Haynes. Presented by the Plymouth Dealers of America, who sell and service Plymouth, the car that is 3 full years ahead. And now, here is your host, Ray Anthony.
Thank you very much, and hi there again. Time for another Friday night get-together, ladies and gentlemen. Tonight we're going to take a look at some well-known songs from some big musical shows. And I know that one of these is probably your favorite. So come on along and listen to The Lullaby of Broadway.
Come on along and listen to The Lullaby of Broadway.
Tonight on Frankie Lane Time, Frankie's guests include Polly Bergen, Jean Carroll, Sheila Bond, and starring Frankie Lane.
Thank you. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen.
The Arthur Godfrey Show.
When it gets too hot for comfort and you can't get ice cream cone, well, it ain't no sin for to take off your skin and dance around in your bones. When the lazy syncopation of the music softly moans, it ain't no sin for to take off your skin and dance around in your bones. The polar bears aren't green up in Greenland. They've got the right idea. They think it's great to refrigerate while we all cremate down here. Just be like those bamboo babies in the South Sea traffic island. It ain't no sin for to take off your skin. It ain't no sin for to take off your skin. It ain't no sin to take off your skin and dance around in your home.
In the year 8000 BC, music sounded something like this. In 1789, along came Mozart, and music sounded like this. Then in 1907, along came W.C. Handy, and jazz was born. In 1935, the musical world was rocked by Benny Goodman, the king of swing. And then in 1941, along came Spike Jones. And here he is, the man who set music back 10,000 years, Spike Jones.
Fresh Cream Deodorant present the musical comedy of campus life. The College Bowl, starring Chico Marx, with Stanley Prager, Andy Williams and Joan Holloway, Barbara Ruick, Paula Houston and Tommy Morton.
Jimmy Brock, Evelyn Ward, Kenny Buffett, Lee Lindsay.
Perry presents, for your pleasure, Perry presents, Tony Bennett. Moriarty Haven. Frankie, Connie, Bernie, Jimmy, the four lads. Songs and dancers we have the best of. And tonight you are the guest of.
RCA, serving your needs through electronics. RCA, the Radio Corporation of America. And Sunbeam, the best electric appliances made. Makers of the deluxe Sunbeam Mixmaster food mixer. And now it's Sunbeam time. New slimline beauty and new dimensions in time for every room in your home.
Now on with the show that Perry presents.
Hi, and welcome to our musical almanac, ladies and gentlemen. I call her Firefly, 'cause oh my, she radiates moon glow. Wants none of that noon glow. She starts to glitter when the sun goes down about 8 p.m. It's mayhem. She switches the brights up, lights up and gives me a call. Take me to the Firefly's ball.
CBS Television takes pride in presenting Heckle and Jekyll, Dinky Duck, Gandy Goose, Sourpuss, Little Roquefort, appearing tonight in person on CBS Cartoon Theater.
As my friends have just indicated, I'm Dick Van Dyke. Good evening. We'd all like to welcome you to CBS Cartoon Theater.
Walt Disney's Disneyland.
When you wish upon a star, makes no difference who you are.
Each week as you enter this timeless land, one of these many worlds will open to you. Frontierland. Tall tales and true from the legendary past. Tomorrowland. Promise of things to come. Adventureland. The wonder world of nature's own realm. Fantasyland, the happiest kingdom of them all. Presenting this week, the Disneyland Story.
American Broadcasting Company presents
in the Family. Yes, it's Keep It in the Family with the happiest, scrappiest families in America and starring Bill Nimmo.
Thank you, Johnny Olson. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen, here in our studio audience.
Watch time, Bruin, watch time, Bruin, watch time, Bruin.
Bruin, the precision watch, on behalf of its thousands of Bruin jewelers all over America, brings you Blind Date, America's most romantic program starring lovely Arlene Francis.
My, I like to hear all that enthusiasm, and my beautiful Gruen precision watch tells me it's time.
Formula 9 and shampoo. Formula 9 and shampoo.
Charles and Tell, the name that made lanolin famous, brings you the biggest, newest, most exciting show on television. What's your bid? An auction game in which everyone can participate and all the money goes to charity. So stand by, America, for 30 minutes of the fun, the thrills, the bargains, and the excitement of the world's greatest auction with Liberal Bill. And tonight all the proceeds go to the Will Rogers Memorial Hospital. And now, here's the man who sells everything from razor blades to automobiles, Liberal Bill!
Good evening, folks, and thank you, John Reed King. Liberal Bill, that's me, and by golly, I've got a whole pile of items up here tonight, and I have something for everyone. Some things I give away and some things I sell, and all of the money goes to your favorite charity, this week, the Will Rogers Memorial Fund.
Revlon, world's largest selling lipstick. Revlon, world's largest selling nail enamel. Revlon, whose wonderful new hairspray, Silk and Net, holds your hair in place perfectly. Revlon, greatest name in cosmetics, brings you What's Going On, starring Lee Bowman.
Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the new television game, What's Going On?
What is your name, please?
My name is Tony Costello.
What is your name, please?
My name is Tony Costello.
What is your name, please?
My name is Tony Costello.
Two of these people are imposters. Only one of them is the real Tony Costello, and is the only one who is telling nothing but the truth. And now, here is the host of Nothing But the Truth, our dealer in fact and fiction, Mike Wallace.
Good evening. Nothing But the Truth is a game of cross-examination wherein four presumably smart people try by direct questioning to find out which of three challengers is telling nothing but the truth.
This is Mike Wallace with another television interview in our gallery of colorful people.
Kent, the only cigarette with a micronite filter. Kent Regular and the new king-size Kent present the story of a man, his home, and his family. Starring Robert Young and Jane Wyatt. With Eleanor Donahue, Billy Gray, and Lauren Chapin in Father Knows Best.
And now for the brightest half hour in television. The dependable Dodge Plymouth dealer in your neighborhood. the man to see for that elegant new 54 Dodge, presents Danny Thomas. And Gene Hagen as his wife. And Sherry Jackson and Wesley Hamer as their children. Make room for Daddy.
The General Electric Comedy Theater presents Ray Milland in Meet Mr. McNutley with Phyllis Avery. Brought to you by GE Television, GE Radios, GE Vacuum Cleaners, and GE Portable Mixers.
This is the Christmas season, that special time of year when we feel a special closeness to our loved ones. And right now, Corliss is thinking about a loved one and what to do about his Christmas present.
I'll wear the bracelet Daddy gives me on this wrist.
Southern Show, starring Ann Southern. Presented by Post, P-O-S-T, Post.
With the Angel, starring Betty White, Bill Williams as Gus Angel. Presented by the Plymouth Dealers of America, who proudly sell and service the beautiful new Plymouth for 1957.
Max Factor, the perfect look.
This is Jack, and this is Jill. In Love, That Jill, starring Ann Jeffries, Robert Sterling, produced by Alex Gottlieb, directed by William Sider.
Ford dealers of your community present the new Lucille Ball, Desi Arnaz Show. With guest stars Ann Southern, Cesar Romero, Rudy Valley, Hedda Hopper, and of course, Vivian Bass, William Frawley, and Little Ricky.